it's not that fine. I just can't find comfort. No.
Okay, so today I'm here with Jack, Henry and Ed from the band Wild Horse, who have joined me to chat about their band so you can find out a little bit more about their music. So would you like to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Yeah, hi, I'm Henry and I play guitar and bass for Wild Horse.
Hi, I'm Jack. I sing, I play guitar, I play bass, and I play keys as well for Wild Horse.
I'm Ed and I play the drums and the occasional bit of backing vocals.
Nice to meet you all. And so how did you all meet?
Well, me and Henry are brothers, so I guess we met at birth.
A while ago, yeah.
And Ed was my best friend in school from probably like year 3. And then one day we were in class and we had no one to, we had to do this joint reading activity in primary school. And I didn't have anyone to do it with, and Ed didn't have anyone to do it with. And Ed came up to me and was like, "Do you want to read Where's Wally?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I looked at him, I was like, "Do you want to be friends?" He was like, "Yeah." And since then, like, we've just been friends. So yeah, we all know each other. We've known each other for years. Yeah.
Good. So how did you come up with the name Wild Horse for your band?
It was after our first gig, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, we had
Picture it.
we had our first gig at some pub down the road, and it went well. We got an encore, which is great.
Good.
And we were being driven back by our dad, and we were like, "Oh, we should probably have a name." We were tossing a few things around. I think we came up with like Eric the Pug, Rusty Spanner and the Toolkits. We thought, well, back then and definitely now as well, one of our biggest influences was the Rolling Stones. And obviously their song Wild Horses, which is a great song. So we also really liked Neil Young's band Crazy Horse.
Yeah.
So we thought of merging together and put Wild Horse. That's basically
cool.
Very creative.
Yeah, that's good. I like how that all came together. So you've recently just released your 4th album, We Are an Identity Crisis, But We Love It. For anyone who hasn't heard it yet, could you tell us a bit more about it?
Yeah, it's one of those things that kind of does what it says on the tin. We were sort of in the run up to writing this album, we were kind of a bit frustrated with being described as like a rock band or a certain genre of band. And we just like, well, why can't we write a pop song? Why can't we write a punk song? Why can't we write a hip hop song or a jazz song or anything like that? Because we listen to all sorts of different kinds of music. So we just basically wanted to incorporate it into our sound and prove that we're more than just a rock band and we can do whatever we want. So yeah, there's so many different styles on there, which is also why it's such a long album as well. It comes in with 16 tracks because we just kept going. We just got really creative and very experimental. We experimented with a lot more keys and synths and stuff like that. And yeah, there's some dancey stuff on there. There's some jazzy stuff on there. There's some punky stuff on there. There's some hip hop stuff on there. There's so many different styles, but we just think it works so well because you can tell that we really enjoy making it. I think we can tell that when we listen to it. So yeah, it's this is definitely like an album we've worked the most hard on, but we're the most proud of it, 100%.
Yeah, I was listening to it before. I really like it. It's a good album.
Thank you.
It's okay. So what was it like to create the album and how did you feel when it was released?
It was fun creating the album, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was quite different, I think. Oh, no, I thought it was slow.
I personally think
Well, no, because it was the longest we'd spent on an album.
I don't know. I think it was that last song where you went into the studio, mixed the song, and he wrote it like the day before.
Yeah, basically.
And then we just recorded it. So.
We were supposed to, because the album was originally supposed to be 11 tracks, but then it grew to 12, and it grew to like 14, and then it grew to 15, and the producer was like, "Now stop it at 15, no more." And I was like, "Of course, no worries, final recording session done." Next day, I come in and I'm like, "I've written a song, and it's really good." And then it was like, "Oh," and I played it to him. He was like, "All right, fine, we'll add that one on, but no more." That was a quick one. But I think the whole process, well, we started recording in December.
And there's a lot to do with the way we recorded it as well.
Yes.
We recorded this differently to the way we recorded the other albums, so it was a longer process anyway. And there were more songs on it, so I think we enjoyed doing it this way.
It was definitely fun because we did the way we recorded it, it allowed us to experiment more with different sounds that we wouldn't be able to if we just recorded it the way we usually record it, which is just in a room, live, the band, just raw and live.
Yeah.
It's great that we've done it now, sort of track by track, so it's allowed us to have way more fun and experiment and stuff. And it is longer. I think it took probably like 4 or 5 months to finish the album, but it was definitely worth it. And yeah, it was great. It was a great feeling when it was released. I mean, it was a great feeling when the first single "Can't" was released. It's like, right, it's actually happening now, and that gave us a lot of new fans and followers. So it's like, oh, that's great. And then the second single, "Don't Want Me to Go," that same thing. It's like, that's amazing. And then when the album came out, I stayed up till midnight until it came out. And when I refreshed my Spotify and it was out, I was like, yeah, got the champagne out. It was great.
Sounds good. No, it's good to hear that, how it's all like come together to form like the 16 songs. That's interesting. So what are each of your favourite songs off the album and why?
I'm gonna need some time to think.
But I don't. My friend said it's my favourite because it's just my favourite to play. It's probably one of the quickest. All those synthes and mods inside that's quite quick as well. Either one. It's just I quite like doing lots of fills and lots of just random stuff when I'm behind the drum kit. And those two songs I can the most. So probably either one of those two.
I quite like. I always liked Two Can Play That Game. That was always my favourite for a while. Eager will always be my favourite. I think you know that one. Yeah. And then Heartache Street recently though, and that was a revived track from a few years ago that we decided to stick on this album and sort of remaster it. Those are my three.
With me, it changes so much. With me, it's probably right now a mixture between the Outa song or True final track. Yeah, it's probably one of those two right now.
So you've recently been on BBC introducing South, and what was the experience like for you?
Great. We went on the live lounge in February, I think, because we've been played on it a few times before that, and that was great. Like, oh, we've been played on BBC, it's great. Then we were like, wouldn't it be cool if we got to be one of those bands who gets to go and play live in the live lounge? And then we just got an email to go, you can come to the live lounge. We're like, yes, it's great. And then we got there.
Very special, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got there, and they're all so nice. We expected them to just sort of like, there's a cool, and sit up, shut up. But no, they were very, very nice, very accommodating, all of them. It was a great experience. It was strange listening to Melita, the host, sort of doing the radio stuff, and then going, and now we're going to go to the studio for Wild Horse. And I was like, oh, that's us. And then we had the interview as well halfway through. It was weird, but it was really fun, and we loved to do it again once for ages.
It was quite surreal at the time, and they also had quite a setup, quite cool, because they had it's like right on the street, just behind the window, so everyone walking by could like.
That was it. During sound check, we were playing one of our songs, and all of a sudden I just turned left to the window, and there's a whole group of people just watching us. Like, oh wow! I was like, oh, great. Yeah. So it was very fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it was an amazing experience for you, which is good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So finally, what's next for you?
Good question. We've just released a new music video for our song "Time's Up," which is on the album. That's out on our YouTube, on our Facebook, on our Instagram. You can find it at Wild Horse UK.
I'll put all the links in the description for you as well.
Thank you. Yeah, cheers. And
we just did that live stream.
Oh yeah, we're doing we're doing a live stream tonight. Playing a full album in full for the first time as part of Audio Tropes Coastal Current series. So can't wait for that. It's gonna be fun actually just playing in a live format for the first time in like 8 months.
Those guys are doing a really good thing for the independent scene at the minute as well. So big shout out to Audio Tropes. And in the terms of the future, I think you can expect a new single from us in December. We're going for, and I think we're gonna sort of dot around a few singles early next year as well.
we might do an EP. We've got about 2 albums written already, so there's going to be a lot more music. The next album I think is sort of very disco, so it's probably going to come out in the summer. So yeah, new album in the summer, plenty of singles to come before then.
Big bass lines, dancey, sort of, you know, driving drums, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, looking forward to hearing it. So yeah, a massive thank you, Wild Horse, for joining me on my channel. If anyone wants to check out the music, I'll leave all the links in the description below. But yeah, thank you for joining me.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for having us.